This is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Wait, with me?
Yeah, it's you.
It's Thursday?
December 3rd.
December 3rd?
Yeah.
You should take the day off!
Yeah. That sounds like straight horror movie in my ears right now.
This December, you're not going to want to
All
believe.
is not calm.
How do you make
all
it? You just got to let it run out.
has died.
Put it over there.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Take the Day Off.
Take
It's
the day
Thursday, which means you should just take it off.
Come on. The day.
Just, yeah. And just go ahead and start the week. It's still going.
It's still
I didn't
going.
need to crank it that much. I cranked it a little bit too many
You
times.
wanted to believe.
I want to believe. It is Thursday. Take it off because you're going to take tomorrow off. Let's be
I mean,
honest.
duh. Who
Dan-
works Fridays anymore?
I don't. Dan, how you doing, pal?
Doing great. How about you, Bran?
I'm doing great. You know why?
Did you join Bramble Jam Plus?
No.
Wow. You should.
Why?
It's ad-free podcasting. I mean, come on, for $5 a month. You also get to answer the stop it for the love of everything good and decent.
It's just nice background.
Oh my
music.
gosh,
Keep
it's
going.
terrible. No. It's hard to concentrate.
I want you to power through.
As it gets
Power
slower.
through.
Ad-free podcast, and you get to answer the question of the day on Take the Day Off. Plus, if you move up the tier, you get to join the Facebook group for Deck the Hallmark Plus, and you get to have bonus episodes and all kinds of other fun things. Please join Bramble Jam Plus at BrambleJamPlus.com. Man,
That's tough.
everybody's turning off.
That's
They're
tough.
turning
Goes.
this off.
No, they love it.
That is not fun.
You want to know actually why I am having a great day?
Why?
Because I have a roof over my head.
Yeah, you do.
It's National Roof Over Your Head Day.
Over my head, the woman I love laying in my bed,
Oh.
and it's all right, all right. I got shoes under my feet.
It's
Who
National.
sings it?
It's Zach Brown.
Darius Rucker,
Now, I know
Your
there's only a few people
that I will listen
you
to
would-
country music.
National Roof Over Your Head Day.
Garth, Zach, Darius, Allen. That's pretty much it. Roof over your head day. Wow.
National Roof Over Your Head Day. I'm excited about this day because we got a
Yeah.
lot of great stories coming up. But Dan, I was laying in bed last night thinking of my lucky stars. I like to do as they do in White Christmas and just count your blessings, you know?
Yeah.
And I count my blessings, one of them being that I get to wake up every morning and do this show.
Yeah, that is a blessing.
And affirm me, please.
5 a.m.
We talked about this. Affirm me.
I'm doing my best.
And another thing that I'm thankful for is for the roof that's over my head. But usually, last night, I heard some tapping up above.
Yeah.
That's always
Yeah.
disconcerting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I got outside, threw the ladder
Yeah.
up, climbed up on the roof, and somebody with a blowtorch
A blowtorch.
had blown with fire. Dan knows about National Roof Over Your Head Day.
No, you said blown with fire.
Yeah.
You mean they had lit something that they had written out in something that was flammable?
They spelled out.
Because
Dan knows
fire
about
doesn't
that.
just write things.
No, no, it doesn't.
It would have to be on a surface that wasn't flammable, and then there would have to be things flammable that spelled out.
Will you
Dan.
just freaking chill for a second?
Yeah, I'm trying
On
to
the
help you
roof,
here.
somebody with gasoline, spelled out with gasoline.
Yeah, they brushed it
Dan
on
knows
there.
about National Roof Over Your Head Day, and then they lit that on fire.
Yeah.
And I saw that, and I was taken aback. Was that you?
I did not light the fire, but I do know about National
You didn't light the
Roof Over
fire,
Your Head.
but you did.
I-
But did
I
you pour
not
the
start
gasoline?
fire.
Did you do
I
any
did
part of
not
it?
do any of it. I promise.
It was me.
Tracy, you burned Brandon's house down?
Yeah. Well, in my defense, I thought it was
Yeah.
Wrigley's house.
You would not touch my house.
Rig lives next door.
I live in a bungalow.
I do live next door to Rick.
Yeah, that's true.
It gets loud at odd hours.
We play Settlers of Catan like the world's on fire.
yeah.
Don't ask for wheat from me.
Yesterday-
I collect wheat.
from
I'm a
4
wheat boy.
from 4 to 4:10.
That's right.
You played Sugar Ray
Sugar Ray, baby.
on Max,
That's
and
right.
then it cut off immediately at 4:10.
That's Sugar Ray hour.
But it's 10
Every
minutes.
4 a.m., we play 10 straight minutes of Sugar Ray. And we shut it down. That's how we pay our respects.
Are they dead?
Have some decorum. Get in line.
Yeah, I thought it was rigged.
You
That's
don't-
my bad,
you don't-
everyone.
You don't hassle the Ray.
You know what?
You don't hassle the Ray.
Hassle. I got it.
Sugar Ray.
Do you know about
I
it?
do. I do. If you can believe it. Roof on my head. 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 That, as you know, is Shifty Lizard's classic Roof on My Head. Now, Shifty Lizard.
Roof on or over?
Roof on. I'm getting
Interesting.
there.
Okay.
You just stay in your lane for once.
No one knows about this more
Don't
than me.
that's don't you do it unless you know.
I wouldn't.
Now, Shifty Lizard, a famous lounge singer of the early 1950s, known for his abuse of cigars and also for his songs, including Tick Tick Tappy Tap, Roof on My Head, which I think we all know, and Lefty's Gonna Get Me, which is a lesser known B-side. Shifty sang a song about roof on his head, and it was about growing up during the Great Depression, where he felt as though a roof was actually on his head, and he could just never get out from under that roof. It was a song people loved. Some people hated it. Some people loved to hate it. But a group of people, the National Roofers Foundation, sued Shifty Lizard. They did, because they felt as though his song was anti-roof. It was anti-roof. It
And
was
people are upset about that.
That's right.
Okay.
They sued him because they're like, you should not be talking bad about roofs. Roofs help people live their life. And so what they did was they made their own version called Roof Over My Head. And that song was terrible, but it did turn into National Roof Over My Head Day, 1962. Day signed into law by JFK. It's law. It's a part of United States law that you celebrate National Roof Over My Head Day. Back to you, Brand.
How many people were upset about?
So many. Tens.
Tens of people. Yeah, no, that's what I have here that day.
Yeah.
I do want to help you guys out how to observe Roof Over Your Head Day, because you might be wondering, how do I do that? And I think there's a lot of different ways you can do, including partnering up with your local shelter to help.
Absolutely.
To help provide things for people that are maybe down on their luck, whatever their situation may be. We all need a little bit of help sometimes. And I don't want us to forget that, Dan. Sometimes we need help.
All of us need help.
Yeah. And so, but one thing we have, and we're blessed with it, is a roof over our head. So how can we bless people as well? And so think about that today. Take the day off to think, how can I be charitable during this charitable time?
How can I be charitable? You don't want to be charitable.
I try to have this nice, sincere moment of authenticity and charitable spirit.
How can I be charitable is what you said. What do you expect me to do? Just let that go?
Yes.
You said, how can I be charitable?
What most people do when you know that someone just had a little
flub.
flub.
Like you just met me. How can I
be a
charitable?
person.
I am being a person.
Be a person.
You're putting words into a microphone and recording it for others to listen to. You can't say, how can I be charitable? That's not okay.
I do have a question though.
How can I be charitable?
If you were to give me some advice on how I could be charitable, what would that advice be?
I don't know.
That's tough.
You got to shave, first of all.
No.
Yes.
I'm out on charitable. Hey, we're going to be right back because we wanted to know what you guys, kind of what your most memorable living situation was like. We're going to share those stories here when we get back from break here on Take the Day Off. Wow.
Oh, boy.
We asked you yesterday, it's National Roof Over Your Head Day, and we asked you yesterday about your most memorable living situation. I think we've all had some situations, some circumstances.
For sure.
What's your most memorable living situation,
Man,
Dan?
there's so many. Like, there was a stretch in my 20s where I feel like I think in my 20s, I lived in 9 different places. In my 20s. And I'm just trying to think of which one would constitute.
You once told me a story about your landlord asking you to go ballroom dancing with him and his wife.
No. My landlord was gay. He did not have a wife.
Okay, sorry.
He wanted my wife and I to go take a ballroom dancing class from him.
That's it.
He loved ballroom dancing. He taught the classes, and we were moving in, and we kind of we were like, oh, that sounds cool, but we never did it. And he got progressively angry at me that
we stopped helping you.
He 1 month So we were all great. We always paid the rent on time. And the rule of the rent was he wanted just to mail the rent, right? So as long as it was postmarked from the 1st to the 5th, it was considered on time. And I put the rent in the mail on the 1st. He called me on the 1st and said, I need to come by and just get that rent from you because I'm leaving to go out of town for a couple of weeks on vacation. And I said, I'm sorry, the rent is already in the mail. And he said, can you just write me another check? And I said, no, because there's a check already out there that I cannot void. I will not write you another check. I'm sorry. The rent is in the mail. And we got into a pretty big argument over it. And this was months after we had just said we weren't going to ballroom dancing. So, yeah.
I had a landlord named Gene who insisted on us bringing him the rent and hand delivering it.
Was it in the contract?
No, but I mean, you got to pay him.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I can mail it to you or anything. I Venmo you, whatever. And he was like, no, I like if you could hand it to me.
Is this recently?
This was my first place in Greenville. So it was 6 or 7 years ago. It was a duplex. It was a real hole. And it was before I got married. And so I was just trying to save money.
And you were doing some sort of beta test of Venmo at the time. Right?
Yeah, whatever. You know the things. So the amount of places that I went to give him money is a lot.
Wasn't just like in a mailbox somewhere?
No. He would just tell me where he was. I once walked into a buffet, went to his table, and put the money on the table and walked out.
Whoever was eating with him has the better story, though. They're just like, I'm eating with Danny over here, and somebody comes in, just hands him money, and walks out. Yeah. What in the world is happening?
Yeah, so
I would not
Gene.
have rented from Gene.
That was Gene. Gene also didn't do jack squat. Things would happen, and he'd be like, "Oh, well, maybe we'll just take like $10 off rent." That's what he would do.
Really?
Yeah.
Plumbing problem. Gene's giving you a $10.
What we got some stories, Dan. We asked the Bramble Jam Plus members about it. We got some good goodies.
Erica says, my first apartment in China with rats in our bathroom ceiling you could hear every night.
Wow.
Can you imagine sleeping in that situation? Cockroaches would come out in our kitchen every night, so I refused to get in there after dark. And our swept squatty potty /shower, where the shower drain is just the toilet hole. And we lived on the 5th floor with no elevator, and I had a baby, so grocery store runs were so much fun. Erica, what in the world?
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot going on there.
Somebody send her like some sort of like edible fruit arrangement or something right now. Like there's a lot there.
Megan says, my freshman year in college, I had a horrible roommate. She showed up with so much stuff, including 14 bath towels, a $4,000 dress, and 3 sets of rollers for her hair. She would also talk loudly on the phone until 2 a.m. She was also very racist and didn't even try to hide it.
Wow.
I spent the least amount of time in my room as possible.
14 bath towels for a college dorm is absurd.
Yeah, you're lucky if we had more than one.
I was about to say, if you got 2, you're a diva.
Look out.
How dare you?
Look out, everybody. Calm down.
Brian says living with friends in a 5 friends in a 6-person apartment in college. We had a friolator, and a roommate worked at Burger King for a period of time and would bring home frozen chicken tenders, and they were going to throw out. Needless to say, we were living pretty good. Just frying up those BK tendies.
Here's a fun story for you. Shelby says, the day that we returned home from our honeymoon, my husband got laid off. So we moved in temporarily with my parents, and we stayed in my old bedroom, which was directly above my parents' room. The house was 30 years old with creaky floors and a bed. My husband got a little gunshot, if you know what I mean.
Gunshot.
Oh, boy, I do know what you mean.
Wow. Paige says, I'm currently living in a barn apartment on a ranch where the bulls have been known to attack my car and a rooster crows every morning. That's East Texas for you. Boy, isn't it East Texas for you, Paige.
Paige, what's going on?
What's happening there, Paige?
What? What's going
I
on?
hope the rent's not high. That's all I know.
Michael says middle school era, living at home, no worries except homework, no job or responsibilities, just living life outside until the streets came on, playing Nintendo nonstop for the weekends. That was the best, wasn't it? Do you remember the days, Dan, where you just didn't have a care in the world?
Not a care in the world.
A care in the world.
For me, that was college. Like the funniest thing for me is college kids complaining. It's just like, what are you complaining about? Like, you get like a month off for Christmas. Like, give me a break right now.
I feel that, I mean, anytime a kid who's in school is complaining, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, all right. Okay. No
Relax.
kidding. Yeah.
Just, just relax.
Be better.
Last one.
Yeah, last one.
No, that was a good one. That was a good one.
That's a good
Hey,
end
let's
on.
be done.
Yeah,
Hey,
let's be done.
Palahaku is coming right up, and we have one more tomorrow
Day of the week,
question
yes.
for you, which is this: do you think you've been nice or naughty
It's a tough one.
this year?
Yeah.
And we will talk about my hatred of the word naughty tomorrow.
Fair enough.
Until then, here's the Palahaku. Take the day off, everybody.
A brand new Monday. Grab a tiger by the tail. Or go back to sleep. Have a great day, everyone.
Does anybody want to tell him it's not Monday? Or you just gonna let it sleep on it?
In his defense, he was, he's been around the world.
But it's still not Monday.
It could
It's
be
not
somewhere.
Tuesday. It's not Monday anywhere. It's Thursday.
It could be.
Take the day off.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.